Hello, YTBC. Well, I just did a video that I decided not to post because um, it took like 16 minutes for me to tell you like 1 minute's worth of information. So I think from now on, when I do tobacco reviews, I might just review it and then, or like smoke it and then, so I get an idea of what's going on with it. It was kind of fun because I did this is the 4th generation. I didn't even know it was, and then I hadn't even looked it up when I did the video. And I smelled it and I gave the tin note what I was getting. And then I smoked it and I went on to tell you about what I thought about it, or to tell what I thought about it. And then afterwards I couldn't even tell you the actual description or what the general consensus or whatever is with other people, because I didn't look it up at all. So so then I was like, well, then if people look at it and they want to know, you know, what's in it or stuff, I'm not going to be able to tell them. So I looked it up. Anyways, what I got on the tin note was I mentioned that it smelled like the Lane 1Q with that, like the sweetness, probably from the Black Cavendish, I guess, and it also had like a chemical note to it, which is like mineral spirits, or like a sweet. There's like mineral spirits or lacquer within or whatever, something that when I smelled it, it reminded me of like painting, like being in a paint booth, mixing paint or whatever. Had a smell like that to it, a chemical smell that I like the smell, but it also tastes like that, like right off the get-go. And now I've been smoking this bowl for about 15 minutes now. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna ditch that other video and I'll just let you guys know kind of what my thoughts are. I didn't even know that it was Eric Stokeby, but when I looked it up on tobacco reviews, it's called Eric Stokeby 4th generation, 1982. And what I think I was getting, why I didn't get the, I was like, I've never really smelled that before or tasted it in a tobacco. As soon as I lit the pipe, I'm not getting it so much now, even after only 15 minutes. It's more like just it's just like most aromatics halfway through the bowl, which is why I don't smoke a lot of aromatics. They just it all melts down into a little bit of sweet and a little bit of mustiness. Not really so great to me, but anyways. So when I did the video, I didn't know if this was an aromatic or anything about it until I smelled it, you know, and then I was like, well, yeah, it definitely smells like an aromatic. It's so sweet, and I didn't mention anything about blackberry because I didn't know that it had that topping on it. But that would explain why I haven't ever smelled it in a tobacco before, because I don't think I've ever had a blackberry topped tobacco. And I guess what they call blackberry, I don't get any blackberry at all. All I get is a sweetness, and on first light, the air around me, the taste that I got was from that. It was like a chemical smell of mineral spirits or something sweet, lacquer or whatever. I couldn't tell. Like, the only reason that I would have thought anything fruity was because of the sweetness. So that's pretty much my take on this tobacco. It's kind of weird because it's like, you think to yourself, why the heck would a freaking tobacco that tastes anything like a smell that you relate to, or painting or whatever, why would that taste good? But I know that, like, if I'm mixing paint or whatever, I like the smell of certain things, and like the sweet smell of that smell that I'm smelling, either mineral spirits or a lacquer thinner or something like that. The sweetness from it, I do like that smell. So, but it's kind of weird because I'm tasting it, and it's like, so it's like, I don't think it doesn't really feel like I shouldn't be tasting a chemical, you know. But that's what it is to me. And there's people that have all different opinions of it. So, but that's what I get. I wouldn't buy it again, that's for sure. But I do. I mean, it's kind of it's weird. It's like I kind of like it a little bit, but then it's kind of off-putting, that chemical taste, and I don't know. And honestly, now I can't even remember what all the different tobaccos were. Black Cavendish, Virginias. It's got I think they said so it's got like ribbon cut, and then I think they said a plug of something in it. I'm sorry, I can't remember what it was. I should have wrote it all down, but I just wanted to get out here and do this real quick. I had the day off and took a vacation day because it's my birthday today, and I don't have my boy yet. I'm going to be getting him tonight. And I went out riding this morning on the trails over in the park, and it was an absolutely beautiful morning here in Northwest Ohio. I was out there by about 8:30, and it was like 65 degrees. Nice. It was so nice and cool. And then you get back into the woods, it was a little chilly, but after you get going a little bit on the bike, you heat up. And it was just a beautiful morning. I was out there for about 2 hours riding, and came home and had some black coffee with a pipe, and I'm like, man, I haven't done hardly anything on YouTube for how long? So I made 2 videos last night, and then I figured I'd get on here today and review this tobacco that I got from Zippo 7 from Derek at Zippo 765. When I smoke aromatics, that sugary taste, it kind of like as it's burning. And I think this is like one of the reasons why I don't lean towards aromatics. And I've tried them. I mean, you might think, oh, well, that's because you burn it too hot, whatever. But it's not, because it doesn't matter if I sip on it nice and slow or whatever. It still coats my mouth with whatever, I guess, whatever the topping is or whatever, it like coats my mouth. I can feel it in my mouth, and when I swallow, I can feel the acrid. It's like just a little bit of a burn on the back of my throat as it goes down, and I definitely get that with this tobacco. Burn on the retro, almost like it's a Perique, but I don't think that there's any in it. It's probably the Virginias, because they do the same thing. I said in my other video, I have a bunch of blending tobaccos and I need to get into them. I started doing it about 5 years ago, and I wrote some notes on some stuff along with cigars, and I need to get those blending tobaccos back out and go through them. That way there I can pick out what's going on in the blend a little bit more. Because lately, I've I've just been just grabbing whatever. I mean, the 8 State Burley, I really like that. It's a nice, cool, mellow. The retrohale's smooth, and I've had really good comments on the room note from it, and I got that from Zippo 7652. But and I would definitely buy more of that if it was available, but it's not. So, but as far as the Eric Stokeby 4th generation, I wouldn't buy any. I mean, I know it's got to be the blackberry that they're talking about. It says vanilla and blackberry. I didn't get. I mean, I smelled the vanilla because that's kind of like what the Lane 1Q is, I believe. But like I said, when I did the tin note, it did kind of smell like that. But I didn't really taste it. All I could taste was sweet, chemical, whatever. And I kind of like it, and I kind of don't. But this is my first bowl of it, so I definitely get that burn on the back of my throat, though, from like the sweetness, like when I smoke aromatics, that sweetness that just kind of lingers in your mouth and on your throat. So I think that's about all I really have on this. I'm gonna finish smoking this bowl and do some work around here. It's so beautiful out here today. Oh man, just a beautiful day. I don't want to be inside working, but I have a lot of inside work to do. But anyways, that's my take on the 4th generation Eric Stokeby 1982 Centennial Blend. I wouldn't buy it again, but it's unique, and with the blackberry, I guess, and my initial thoughts are I kind of like it, but I kind of don't, but I kind of do, but I don't know. So there you guys have it. You guys have a good one.